When we talk about 36 million euro investment, to be honest, I've been shooting for the last few hours. To me, I understand these machines, but if you can break us some kind of a ballpark figure for some of your machines, like this one, this machine called thermoscientific.
Yeah.
What does it do and how much it costs?
Okay, this one machine is SEM microscope.
Okay.
So it means that we can zoom the view 10,000 times.
Did you say 10,000 times?
Yes, 10,000 times.
Wow.
So it means that we are investigating the surface in very high level.
Okay.
Just looking what chemical composition it will be in atomic level, what surface it will be, what properties it can be, like what properties it will be if we will change some of the parameters.
True.
How it costs? It costs 150,000 euros, like this one small box.
Wow.
But this one box is very powerful for us.
150,000 euro is 1.5 crore for this small machine, sitting as one of the machines of the Vilnius Tech University Mechanical Labs. Let's see more of here. Okay, if I go to something like this.
Oh, like this one.
Okay, this one, yeah.
Here is also one of our chemical analyzers.
Okay.
So I didn't just turn on because it will take a little bit time. So
no problem.
What it will be touch screen. What we are liking to do in nowadays, yes. Yeah. Just take one of a gun. So here is a gun. I will take sample here, push the button. Here it will be the process. And what I will get chemical composition in very high accurate numbers, like in 1,000 parts. And it will say also what composition it will be, what I can accept from some of the parts of material, etc., etc.
Okay.
So,
and what's the price of the machine?
This one, if it will be full completed, 80,000 euros. 80,000
euros means around about, again, 70 lakh rupees, And in just few meters, we have seen 2.5 CR, machines. Like we have one on the table right now. We have this one. This is what I want to show to my students. This is called exposure. This is called technical exposure in the today's world, because when you go in the real industry, the real industry is using the latest technology. Company has to make the best products. They need to have a best machinery. But if you haven't seen those machinery in your classroom or your labs, how will you operate it? So basically, I think the idea is quite clear now that when we talk about the public university and public funding, and very strong machinery base, this is all justified. One more question before we leave from here. Yeah. Your ceiling is too high. Yeah. Among the highest ceiling I've ever seen in any labs in any university. Why is that? Any specific reason?
For engineers, we need a lot of space.
Okay.
A lot of ideas are coming in around us. So here is one of engineering suggestions. So we are very glad that the floors are very high. Okay. So it means that it will let us to feel more comfortable.
I think, yeah, it is true, because there's too much of the piping going on. Makes sense. Great. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Let's go.
Let's go.
We are now in Welding Lab, and in Welding Lab, I met two people. We have assistant professor and a student from India who has been hired by the university. What's your name?
Surya.
You have studied here?
Yeah, I'm on my 3rd year of my mechanical engineering.
Okay.
So I'm going to finish, next year is my final year of.
Okay. So what is your role? Are you employed by the university?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I'm employed by the Faculty of Mechanics.
Okay. So and what's your role here exactly?
Exactly, my role is to help the professors to do the laboratory works, to help the laboratory works.
And from India, what was your qualification?
I have already completed my diploma in mechanical engineering.
Okay.
So I just came here for my bachelor's degree.
Okay. So I always tell a lot of bachelor degree students come to Europe to study engineering.
Yeah, of course.
And because now in Vilnius Tech University, I'm not saying that only to Vilnius University, but I want to ask you, coming for a bachelor degree program, because now you come from a diploma.
Yeah.
So I believe when you do a diploma, you get a fair knowledge about the engineering machineries in India.
Yeah,
not the complete one.
Yeah.
But the college which you did your diploma from, did you had the BTech also there?
No, actually I did it in a government university.
Okay.
In a government polytechnic, of course,
Okay.
So they don't have a degree program.
Okay.
I just completed the university was for me for polytechnic.
Okay.
So I just completed.
If I say about students studying who want to do bachelors in India versus bachelor in Lithuania, do you really think this time you spent 3 years, was it worth it?
Of course, it's like really worth it. To be frank, the syllabus and the things that we are studying over here is really exactly, like exactly the syllabus from the GATE exam that we are studying in India for the master degree.
Okay.
That's from my experience. I have sent like some tutorials from YouTube, and we search for reading some kind of to learn some knowledge. So the things that I'm learning here, it's a GATE exam degree. That's what we do.
I see a lot of machinery here, which I don't see into our university laboratories. Of course, we see machinery, but not the kind of machinery we see here. Do you see the exposure differences there between your college back in India and here?
Yeah, here of course, we have like new modern technologies here, but in India, we don't have that much modern technology machineries to use it. But here you are free to use any machineries for your personal projects too. Here, but in India, if like all the universities don't have that things, and we can't afford that things in India.
The tuition fee for Indian universities private universities offering mechanical programs are much higher. I don't want to name specific university, but in Tamil Nadu also, we have a lot of private universities. You know what I'm talking about. They're higher than the tuition fee of Wellness Tech. Now, students have two choices. Either he go to a good top private university in India, or he comes to Wellness Tech. As a Wellness Tech student, on a very fair note, do you actually recommend your fellow student from South India to come to Lithuania?
Yeah, of course. To be frank, I have studied in a public university in India, and then I have chosen like other university in Tamil Nadu as well, like higher ranking university.
Okay.
But there, the tuition fee over there and compared to Lithuania is really half of the fees that I'm paying in Wellness Tech.
Okay.
So I'm really suggesting all the people who wants to learn more and to get more exposure, come to Lithuania, especially in Wellness Tech. We always welcome you.
Great. This was not a planned discussion, because I entered the lab and I saw him. I can see the Indian face, and I think this is what students have to understand. It's not about money. It's not about going abroad. It's about going to a right education institution for a better education where you have access to the best technology. Because if you do not have access to best technology, you always will suffer in terms of the industry. Let's go back to our welding thing. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. As I mentioned, that you are in one of the most perhaps interesting laboratory in the whole university.
Okay.
So, but before that, you must take some of the safety.
Okay.
So please take a jacket.
Sure. Here we go. That's gonna be our.
Now you belong to Wellness Tech.
Yep.
So
Here we
as
go.
you will see here, Wellness Tech.
It looks nice. It looks good. Safety is always the priority, because students, when you come for these labs, it's very important to have your safety gears, because not like in India, we just go to the labs like this, because all these machineries are quite dangerous if in case you don't handle them with the care.
This one will protect your eyes, your head, everything. Okay? It's good?
So good.
Now you are all really
like
well
more
there.
like you. Yeah.
Okay. Now please, guys, to show us what you are doing here.
So now you can see me dressed, in the formal gear for the welding. And what we're going to do now is that we're going to make a small welding. We're going to use the welding machine, and we're going to make some kind of something out here. I don't know at the moment, but we're going to be finishing very soon, and you'll see how the welding things work. And this is one of the most important machines for our mechanical students, because welding is a very important part for mechanical students, because you need welding in various places at various metals, and welding can be for different types. I believe there are how many types of welding normally you use these days?
It depends from the course, but usually it will be like taking at least couple of lectures.
Okay.
So we'll have theoretical lecture.
Okay.
Later it will be practical lecture. So, if we are talking about the welding, exist 100 methods, 100 possibilities to weld. So practically we just suggest for the students 2-3 main methods, but later if the student want, they can choose like free choice, and they are coming here and doing practical jobs.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
are we ready?
You are ready?
Yep.
So he can push the button and the process will begin.
Okay. Wow.
And what we get?
We got a smiley face. Smiley emoji with
Yeah.
This is so good.
It's gift from us to you, okay?
Thank you so much. But I think this is what is important for students to understand. You do all these things on your own, you learn. It was just a practical to show you that these machineries are here for doing practices also, not only not for 1 or 2 times. How much time a mechanical engineer will be in this class, in this lab? How many times in his bachelor's? I mean, every month, every year?
It depends from the course.
Okay.
From the study program.
Okay.
But we'll have in the autumn and in the spring semester some of the courses here. So they will have. Also, what you saw here,
okay.
Yes, here was emoji.
Okay.
On my hand, we will have our student job.
Oh.
Yes. Now you will be king, okay?
So,
I will take this one.
Thank you so much.
You can
Thank you so much.
measure.
Here we say. It looks nice, I'm sure. Thank you so much.
Okay, it looks nice, but practically, you know what it will be here?
Yeah.
Here it was like renovation process.
Okay.
For the student, it was one of the practical job, like playing, something like that. So what they done? They'll write a program. They'll understand how to use X, Y, Z axis. What else? They'll choose the material. They'll choose some of the welding parameters. So if you take a look here, that's what you are seeing. Here it will be layer by layer of some of a liquidous material.
Okay.
Which one it was like growing and growing, yes? So it means that here, step by step, we will produce renovation process.
Okay.
And very usually, when we are working with some of the equipment, so you know it will be broken. You can buy a new one, you will spend a lot of money. But if you do renovation, for example, process like this one, it will cost you, I don't know, 50 times less than it will be like buy a new one.
True. Thank you so much for this tour, and I think this is a wonderful experience to understand what it feels like to be a student in this lab, and looking forward to see more. Thank you.
Okay.
Chaayos, thank you for hosting me, and we are in the faculty of automobile, and Professor Chaayos will discuss more about his faculty.
Hi everyone. So we are in transport engineering faculty in automotive engineering study programs, and let's go straight to the laboratory. I will show what kind of equipment do we have.
Thank you.
Please.
Wow.
So this is a laboratory for heavy machinery.
Okay.
Part of that, it's imitating the bridge crane, tower cranes. Actually, these all equipments are about the control, about the safe work and the control. This one imitating a machine car ABS system for the safe driving and safe braking.
Can you show us how it works?
Yes, let's demonstrate that.
Okay.
So now it will accelerate and imitate the braking with a braking lever. And actually it's a simple system, but effective, and it's the same as in the
cars.
Passenger cars, or not only passenger cars. So we have 3D crane, smaller version of big crane, and if I connect it, it will start to move. But most important, that inside there is an algorithm that doesn't allow to swing the cargo. I will show you just a moment, and it will balance. If I move it, it's trying to stabilize it, to stay it precise in the same place. So our students do the labs and trying to understand everything is connected with MATLAB Simulink.
Wow.
So it's very interesting, even for us, the professors. And
maybe you can show the camera. The graph is coming on the screen.
It's real-time control, everything, all the processes of writing inside the computers. And after that, the students can take data and analyze that. Even they create a new kind of control algorithm as well.
So, and this is big crane.
Yeah, this is tower crane. It's really the same principles like before, and it's working a little bit differently, but it's do the same. Okay, it's not turned on. Okay. So we do have all other kind of equipment which we can find in the transport engineering and automotive engineering, and these yellow ones is more about the control, and we do have smaller ones like toys, but actually this is the constructors, and the students can reassembly, deassembly, and create the new ones, new forms, new designs, and new control algorithms. So this is only about the students' imagination. They do what they want.
Wow. And all this equipment is brand new.
Yeah,
Wow.
sure.
And this is one of the labs of the automobile engineering faculty.
Yes.
You have many such labs.
Yes.
Can
and
we
we
go
will
to
show.
more?
Yes, sure. Let's go.
Let's go. Shonas, we have very less time. So can you just give us a quick, introduction of your small machines out here?
Yeah, sure.
This one.
Basically, this one is a workshop for the students' work. This is a 3D printer. This is different kind of 3D printers. We
Okay.
have a little bit of metal turning and cutting possibilities. As you can see, this is a messy, but that means that students are working here.
Absolutely.
So actually, all you can see, this is the for students' projects. And we have the PhD students' big projects.
Okay. What is this like?
This one is actually really difficult. This is with German university. We are working on the same project. This is for Range Rover stabilizing rear wheel suspension. So this is very interesting at the moment.
Okay.
And actually we have one. This is our student project. This is the pneumatical karting. Okay, as you can see, we have the pneumatical system everywhere, and this is the project for our students. If you want, you can try to ride it.
That's nice.
So just push it. Push it more.
Oh.
Okay, this is the student project.
Okay, that's nice. That's good. Okay.
Don't worry, deep in there. Okay, stop.
Okay.
So we're still working on that.
This is good. This is amazing. Okay, guys.
I think we need to cut something.
My size is bigger. Need a bigger seat.
But this is the student project, as you can see.
Oh, this is amazing.
I will show you a little bit more. Let's go.
Go.
So we are in automobile workshop, and as you can see, also we have a cart with sport car, cart with internal combustion engine. We have different kind of research equipment. We have a very old one, but still very beautiful one. Electric car now we are repairing, but it was made in our university, and all the equipments are ready to the car diagnostic. This very good old car, and everything about the wheels, about the tires, about doing the inspection of automobiles. This is ready for the automobile workshop. So now we're in internal combustion engine laboratory, and actually we have our control unit, and in the other room we have two different kind of engines, internal combustion engines, new ones with fuels, different dieseline and gasoline. And actually we're doing some researches with different kinds, with different mixtures of fuels. And actually at the moment our researchers and the PhD students and master students focusing on the hydrogen uses in the internal combustion engine as well. So this is very interesting, and actually this is alternative fuels now. It's very important for whole world, Europe, and for all of us.
A lot of students want to study a bachelor and master in automobile engineering, and they're looking at Germany, Lithuania, Sweden, Denmark as one of the options. Let me show you what kind of opportunities you have in automobile engineering with the simulators at Vilnius Tech University. So this looks like a very interesting lab to me.
Yeah, sure. This is the real car simulators, and as you can see, this is our university partner. This is heavy truck simulator from Scania. You can take a seat and try to all the processes what is inside the truck. As you can see, everything real panel, real views. So this is very interesting, and for studies and for researches, for reaction researches, everything is prepared like it in real truck.
Wow. Do you have something with sports car? Because Indian students they have passion about sports car.
All young people is all about the sport cars. This is the real car sport car
Okay.
simulators. Actually,
Wow.
our university, our team is a electronic sport. We have team. This is a real Lithuanian circuit, and we are participating in some matches.
Wow.
And actually, they're doing quite good. And we have as well just simply car simulator, mini truck, all kind of vehicles. We can do the simulators and for action, to measure action, for the safety driving and so on. So this is very attractive for all students.
So you're not only doing the machinery part, but you also have simulators to see how things are running.
Yes, sure, everything is included.
Okay.
From parts, from workshops, from control algorithms to the real driving processes and reaction and safety.
Super. Let's go to the next one. So we have Professor Julius from the mechanical faculty. Hello, how are you?
Hello, Deepinder.
You have just come from India.
Yes.
And a lot of students were asking you about this 36 million euro labs. So please show us your labs. You're from which faculty?
I'm from Faculty of Mechanics.
Okay.
And right now we're going to visit our small department of Biomedical Engineering.
Let's go and see the biomechanics now.
Which is medical engineering and biomedical engineering.
Okay. So when we talk about the biomedical engineering, we're talking about a part of the mechanical only, right?
Yeah.
So how do you combine the biomechanics into mechanical? Because some people don't understand those parts.
Because if you go to the hospital, you see a lot of equipment over there that is needed for for the doctor to do his job, basically the surgery room equipment. So you have to build this equipment, and building this equipment, this requires electronics, mechanics, because you need to put something inside of the box. Let's say the simplest form.
Okay.
So we have a box. That's why you have to make a box.
Okay.
So this is mechanics. So build everything,
Okay.
and of course adding all the electronics, all the other things is also needed.
Right.
So that's
So when it comes to mechanical faculty, you do a lot of collaboration with the automobile and electronics.
Yes.
And I was told by Professor Shurnas that this all collaboration and putting all the three faculties into same building is because you wanted to bring everything very close.
Yes, because the modern medicine field, like healthcare sector, it's not simply mechanics. It's electronics, informatics, anything. So everything, like, it's multidisciplinary field.
Okay.
So basically, if you want, for example, even in that transport labs, maybe you've seen those simulators, we can measure human signals during the driving.
Wow.
This is adding medical engineering stuff into this kind of. We can measure what is the physiological factors affecting the driver.
How many labs do you? This is mechanical floor.
Not only. This is part of electronics. This is also transport, part of the transport. So it's kind of everything is mixed up.
Okay.
So we are right now located on the third floor. So our lab, like biomedical lab, is on the third floor.
Let's go and see.
So we have 4 rooms or whatever.
Okay, only for biomechanics.
Yeah, only for medical engineering basic stuff.
Medical engineering is picking a lot in India because of the population, and the demand of the medical engineering equipment has been growing for quite some time now. Okay.
So let me see. Tikiuosi Jurga biški nesutrukdysim, ne? Biški. Very quickly, we can go peek inside. So now it's a lecture going on. So this is our students of medical engineering. They are continuing their studies and finishing their studies. Okay. And here is the lab that is devoted for different kind of technical aids for people with disabilities.
Okay.
So because we cooperate with our Ministry of Social Security, and usually in Lithuania, if you need this kind of device, for example, you can go to the doctor, he can give you, and government supports giving you these. But we train our specialists to design these kind of things. So all the technical aids for people that needs disability, like for example, you live in a flat and you need special needs. Okay, you need special bathroom, special equipment in the bathroom. So this is kind of teaching
maybe I can show the camera to put this. So these are the basic. Okay, so this is what you cover in biomechanics. Okay, we talk about all the fixtures and all the.
Yeah, for example, you want to take yourself in a bath. If you're sitting in a wheelchair, if you don't have any person who will help you, you can use this kind of equipment, kind of lifting devices that you can even move yourself and up and down. Right. Okay, it's working. not just kind
Right.
of up and
So
down.
basically, this is what the biomechanics means: the mechanical part, but
Yeah,
also the human
mechanical
biology.
part and human biology. Yes,
Fair enough.
connecting those, and of course, many different kind of things that just simple examples of that you could see in a hospital.
Yeah.
Kind of wouldn't have very large kind of equipment because usually we cooperate with hospitals. We go there, we go with students over there to show them what is available.
Okay.
So,
Great.
so this is kind of lab of
Okay.
students
Super.
now exploring something.
Right.
But now they're learning biomedical data processing. Okay.
Let's go to the next one.
Next one is going to be our. Okay, it's open, but this is.
Students,
our,
sometimes it look like that the rooms are actually empty. It's not empty. It's all these equipment which you see.
Yes.
It's very expensive equipment, and it's basically for specific reasons.
Yeah, so this is, as we call this lab, is our human motion capture lab.
Okay.
Basically, so this is what you see. It's a floor. This is floor where we can kind of measure the weight of the body
Okay.
when you walk. So basically, this is very expensive scales, very accurate scales that measure your weight in 3 dimensions. Basically.
What is this like? These cameras?
And these are the cameras basically we attaching to a body.
Okay.
Let's say we attaching to a body.
Wow. So these are the cameras. You can see here, over there, but they focus on this mat and.
Yeah. So basically we attach these reflective markers,
Okay.
and each camera has light emitting diodes, infrared spectrum. So they emitting the light, which goes back to the camera. And then this information, because this is a point in space, and if it attached to your body,
Okay.
so it means I know that this body is, if you move in the space, so we can measure your position and movement inside of this kind of space. And then
Okay.
it goes to this camera,
Okay.
and inside we can see, I don't know, someone is working here.
These
it
are the
is.
big machines they are using, as a processor to take the data from these cameras and process it in the
Yeah, so
computer.
basically we capturing the human movement, then we
Okay.
can add these kind of sensors. This is to measure, this is like wirelessly, we can measure muscle
Okay.
contraction during the
Okay.
movement. So everything
Wow.
is connected. So basically we can measure, you can film like this kind of, it's like,
Wow.
it's
The technology has gone so advanced
Yeah.
that we are just using too much of mechanical and electronics and and IT into biomechanics. Wow.
Okay, so here we have our another advanced lab, which is now currently running some things. So this is for tissue engineering.
Okay.
So basically this is equipment that does it's called electrospinning. So it uses electrical currents to spin nanofiber, nanostructured materials
Okay.
out of the chemical liquids. So here are the students, they're doing some master research. So as you can see, a little bit messy, but basically we can produce some sheets of nano structured materials or tubes
Okay.
that can be used for, I don't know, artificial blood vessels or
Okay.
covering the implants. And then we have also manufacturing things that are needed for producing orthopedic prostheses, let's say.
Okay.
Prosthesis, so this is kind of, this setup you would see in an orthopedic clinic. If the person goes, okay, we want to make foot insoles. So we scan the feet, or we can stand on this kind of equipment that is more accurate. So we can, on the software, we can see, okay, what is your pressure under your feet? And then we can design right insole that we'll put in the foot.
Okay.
And then we can manufacture here, so students will learn basics of what they do if they go to orthopedic company to work. So basically they use this kind of similar
Does
equipment.
companies come to you to do some kind of a testing in on these machineries?
Yes,
They
we try to cooperate with industry. They have some problems. So let's say, okay, we want to optimize something, some kind of device. No, let's go to our lab and let's play around, because as you can see here, some examples of, we have very modern, one of the best in the Baltic region company, like it's called ℎ𝐻𝕍𝐸𝕃, that produce these kind of one-time use equipment. So it's different tubes from plastic. This is kind of this inhalators, kind of making sure that they are it's a single-use plastic. So it's a big facility. It's very modern. So many of our graduates, they work there. So basically, design these kind of things. They oversee the how to make these kind of things, and so on. So of course, we have a company in Lithuania who can produce implants. We can 3D print implants. So this is kind of object of we can print from the metal at polyethylene or like this plastic.
Right.
Yeah. So this is kind of also examples of.
When we were in India, we're talking about prosthetic legs and hands.
Yes.
Do you have something to show around?
You can go here.
Okay.
Just quickly. So this is basically so we have one of the examples. If you have amputee, so below knee, so you would use this kind of leg. So basically, the job of engineer would be to fit this to your body. So basically, we need to scan the body. We can make out of the plastic, like plaster, plaster. We can make imprints of these kind of devices, like these, like these kind of things.
Okay.
And then you can mold right shape. And basically choose. This is one leg, and then you can choose different types of. Let's say these are the external knee joints for the prosthetics.
Okay.
So basically, this is pure mechanics.
Pure mechanics, absolutely.
This is a pure mechanics. Of course, we can add electronics to this. We don't have it at the moment like electronic, bionic thing, but we do some prototypes on bionic prostheses.
One thing I can see there is you have some kind of a hand over there. Oh.
Yeah. So this is one of the prototyping lab where we basically have a lot of electronic stuff, and we can this is prototype of a student made bionic prosthesis.
Wow.
So again, a lot this parts.
Yes. They actually make this in the projects.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is
exactly what I want to show the student. That this is what you do in wellness tech when you study engineering with wellness tech.
Because we have you can film here like all the electronic parts that are needed to prototype.
So you have everything out here which can be used to make something like this, and I think this is what the student want to the experience they need to have. Because
the engineer needs to learn not only theory but also apply this theory on practical. So
very true.
So this is
great lab, I would say. Now I think our viewers also know what biomechanics means. Biomechanics means basically it is biology of human biology plus your mechanical, and sometimes electronics also.
Not sometimes, all the time.
Okay.
Because current medical engineering field is without simply biomechanics is not enough. So we need to add electronics, we need to add sensors, we need to add 3D printing, we need to add material science, we need to add a lot of knowledge is required.
Will it be a right statement? I'm a mechanical student, I'm making a project on biomechanics, and I collaborate with my fellow student from electronics department and IT to complete the project.
Of course, we do that all the time.
You do that.
Even with the school children, we have special activities like young engineer school of young engineer. So we can kind of teach children, why you're learning at school, for example, physics and mathematics. Why you learn that? Because you can apply that to build, design real things that actually can help human body. If you don't have arm, for example. So this is kind of prototyping lab, and quickly we can go to the last.
That's going to be our last lab.
Last room, which is Dovydas. Hello. So this is we're still investing in it. So it's 3D printers.
More 3D printers, huh?
Yeah, 3D printer basically to this is a little bit smaller scale, larger scale things, and this is our newest edition that you can kind of basically make out of. So this is making from solid, with melting and making 3D parts like melting plastic. Okay. This is from liquid. We can kind of crystallize different materials.
Just for my knowledge, what an average price of this machine you have here?
This one is around 30,000 euros.
Just for this one?
This is the biggest one, I guess, in Lithuania so far, as far as I know. I mean, we can print almost whole head.
Okay.
And usually this kind of, we can print with silicon, which can be, you can kind of have devices that actually you can print from the material that you can also add to the human body, and it can be safe to use. And so we kind of build not only prototype, but real devices that can be used in the medical field, depending on the material we can use. Of course, we can prototype different kind of things from adding different materials. This is kind of, they use a resin type of kind of materials in a liquid form, and laser crystallizes them and polymerizes them. And this is only for we print it, and then we clean it. We clean it in the bath. So this is a part of that SLA printer, and then we cure in the ultraviolet light just to make it stronger. And that's it. And then students do what they do. Here, sit on the computers. We can
because
connect.
you need all the software to run these things.
Yeah. So basically, and adding those sensors, signals, so we have this integrated biosignal labs where students can connect different kind of sensors. There's 𝐾𝐞𝐺 or
maybe you can show the ports. There are a lot of VGA ports here
Yeah.
where you can connect your all equipment because a lot of equipments come with the VGA ports, and those VGA ports give you the signals.
Yeah.
Okay,
So basically,
super.
we have whole rack of different kind of signals.
Wow.
Everything that body emits, we can measure. And then if engineers can measure, then we can build, we can control this thing, so we can make, well, basically devices that are helpful for people.
I think this one video was long due for our students because we had been talking always about Wellness Tech Laboratory in new labs. Wellness Tech have invested so much of money. Now I think with this video, students will get to know what you'll get when you come and study at Wellness Tech. So students, this was the last leg of our recording of the Wellness Tech Lab, where we have shown you one of the top-notch university in Baltic countries and their laboratories. And now you know why you should choose Wellness Tech University for your engineering program at bachelor and master level. Thank you, Jay. Thanks a lot for your information and your time. I'm looking forward to see you again next season.
Yeah. Thank you.
Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.